Happy Sunday. I am claiming today as self-care Sunday because especially during time of quarantine, we all need a little bit of extra self-care. And also because I am dedicating this particular episode to the wonderful ladies at the Faux Lane Bethesda Rose Store, which is one of my favorite little retreats during the week. You'll notice I'm a little shiny, maybe a little bit of a green tint. It's not some rare coronavirus symptom, you know, just in case. It's because I'm doing a moisturizing mask that I got from the Faux Lane store. It is from Farm Aesthetics. It is all clean beauty and it is moisturizing, and my skin needs a little bit of extra help these days. So the other reason why I'm dedicating this particular episode to them is because Tiffany, the head of the store, said, hey, listen, Erin, I love your episodes, but can you help me with what I have in my fridge? Sure. So she said she has gin, she has lemons, she has eggs, and she has thyme. Now to me, that sounds like an amazing gin fizz. So we are going to be making a gin fizz today. A gin fizz is another classic cocktail. It was first mentioned in 1887 in a cocktail book, and then it became really popular during the early 20th century in New Orleans. They would have like people, like tons of bartenders just like taking shifts, shaking drinks, because some of you will know, Ala and Lisa, shout out to you guys, you know the shaking pains. Just shaking these suckers all day long because you want to get anything with an egg white super frothy. So, to start out with, we are going to do 2 ounces of gin. Today we are going to be using the Botanist, which is, this is actually the old bottle. The new one is like round and has little bumpy letters on it. But it's an excellent gin. It's an Islay dry gin. But it's made in the same way as like a London dry gin. So we're gonna do 2 ounces of gin, again, using my nice little OXO jigger. And we're gonna pop this into our shaker because we're gonna do that emulsion. We're gonna emulsify that egg white because we want it to be nice and velvety and nice and frothy. So 2 ounces of gin, 1 ounce of fresh lemon, which you'll remember from the whiskey sour episode that it's about the juice of 1 lemon. Sometimes a lemon will yield a little bit more or a little less, you never know, but generally it's about like a normal sized lemon. It's gonna be about 1 ounce. And then we're going to do 3/4 of an ounce of simple syrup. And I do a rich simple syrup, which is again 2 parts sugar to 1 part water. Just boil that water, put the sugar in, let it cool, and then put it in whatever kind of container that you want. And I like saving little containers. It's not because like I'm a crazy hoarder or pack rat. It's because I don't like throwing things away and I don't like buying things. Well, that made me sound like a crazy hoarder pack rat. But buying things that I could already have. Like for example, this little sucker that I put my Peychaud's in, this was a stevia bottle. This had liquid stevia in it. And so I just washed it out, put some Goo Gone on the front, and then obviously labeled the front. Oh man, I need to get more label tape. I hope that's considered essential because it's very essential to me. Okay, now for the thyme. So thyme I actually grow at home on my own. I have aero gardens. They are hydroponic little gardens with automated lights on top. Here, I can actually show you. Here they are in all their glory. That's the thyme. It's looking a little sad, I know. But it's because I also trimmed off a lot for this particular episode. So we're gonna pop a lot of thyme. I like to, I know a lot isn't a specific measure, but it really depends on what size your thyme leaves are. Mine are like V tiny. Very, very small. So I'm gonna give it a good pinch in there because I want it to be nice and aromatic. And so I'm just gonna put a bunch of it in there. And I did, I cut it up so it wouldn't be just like big strands. And I'm just gonna dump that right in there. And I am going to take my muddler. You don't need a muddler really. You can use the back of a spoon, like here. You can use like the end handle of like a wooden spoon. You can use really anything that you can just like moosh in there. You can use the back of a spoon, honestly. I like this one because I can get down deep in there, and I want to make sure I get good contact personally. And so, you know, and you don't want to just like mash it up like crazy. You're just kind of pressing the leaves to make sure that the oils release, because that's where the flavor is. So, yep, that's good. Now I'm going to add the frothy part. So that's going to be 1 egg white. So again, please make sure that you wash the outside of your eggs. Generally, I think that's a good practice because you never know where they've been. And then especially right now with all this, you know, don't touch anything, don't touch your face, wash everything, Lysol everything before you do anything with it. Just rinse off the outsides of your eggs. Don't use super hot water because then you might cook it a little bit and you don't want that. I save my yolks, like I said last time, because, you know, I don't like throwing stuff away. And, you know, you can make a custard out of it. There's actually cocktails you can make with egg yolks. You can use them in pancakes, French toast. You can add a little bit extra to that. So I just keep them in a little sucker like that in the fridge. All right, so we're gonna do a reverse dry shake again, just like with our whiskey sour. So pop in some ice. Dun, 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 the more, the merrier ice. It's lovely. All right, top, and let's shake. You know, again, you don't have to shake the bejesus out of it. I mean, you do want to, you know, rock this sucker up, but, you know, if you're just like, using a lot of energy, I don't know, depends on how many you're making and how much intensity you want to get. So that's to chill it and to do our first level of emulsification. Now, since we have all those little thyme bits in there, I'm gonna double strain this. So I'm gonna take my mixing glass, but you can do whatever container you want. I do always say glass because glass is easier to make sure that your flavors don't get like sucked in there. Plastic is really bad about sucking in flavors and keeping it. So I'm going to double strain this. I have my Hawthorne strainer and this is my little tea strainer. It's just a fine mesh strainer because I wanna make sure that we get all those little thyme bits out. Let me go dump this. So we're then going to do another shake to make sure it's super duper frothy. All right. So a little bit more about my lovely friends though at Faux Lane. And no, this is not sponsored by them in any way. I just really do, like, honestly love the store. Everything is clean beauty. It's a small business. It's woman owned. They carry tons of amazing brands that are owned by women. Tata Harper, RMS Beauty. Let's see which other ones. Ooh, Kari Grand, which is the lip stuff I'm wearing right now. Her lip whip is freaking amazing. And just in case you're interested in checking them out, they are still open online. So go help out some small businesses, especially a small business selling things from small businesses. And I have a promo code for you to use for 10% off in the description of this show. So you want to make it really, 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 really frothy. All right, we're good. Okay. So now we're gonna double strain it again. You can do this, technically it's supposed to be in like a real tall glass, but I'm actually gonna use my Riedel Big Globe glass because I don't have tall glasses. Actually, the ones I do have, they're water glasses, they're ugly, I don't like them. So again, we're gonna double strain this in here and I am going to show you what this froth looks like because it's gorgeous. And it's so nice outside, at least in DC today. And this morning was like really crummy actually, but sometimes I just like to, you can, in there. Oh, darn it. Made a mess. We don't want to do that. But see how beautifully frothy that is? It's gonna be so silky and nice. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add the fizz part of our Gin Fizz. So it's actually interesting. So I'm calling this a silver Thyme Gin Fizz because a silver Gin Fizz is one with an egg white. A royal Gin Fizz is with an egg yolk. And then a golden one is with a yolk. A royal one is with the whole egg, and a diamond one is with sparkling wine or champagne instead of soda water. This is just my soda stream, but you can use LaCroix, you can use Perrier, Pellegrino, whatever you're fancy. You can use Topo Chico, whatever you want to do. So you can start off with about an ounce of the fizz in there. If you want a little bit more, and I kind of do, I usually do about 1.5, but just make sure it's not super watered down. Now, I got a little weird with my garnishes. You can do whatever you like. You can do a little, you can do a twist on top. You can do a little wheel with some thyme on top like this. Or I got like really space agey because I was watching the Deep Space Nine documentary the other day. So this one looks kind of like a space station, and there's all that thyme in there. If you think it's ugly, don't tell me. So there we are. A silver thyme gin fizz just for you, Tiffany. Cheers. Happy Sunday.